What if moving your money into a digital wallet could legally shrink your tax bill and give you more control than any broker ever has? We're not talking about offshore accounts or anything shady. We're talking about on-chain asset management, and it's changing the way smart money moves. The catalyst here is simple. Traditional finance is built on intermediaries, and every intermediary takes a cut in fees, in taxes, in timing. When you hold assets on-chain, you step outside that system in ways that the tax code written decades before blockchain existed hasn't fully caught up to. Think of it like this. The old system is a tollway where you pay every time you merge lanes. And on-chain is an open road where you choose when and how you trigger a taxable event. The technical term is realization. And on-chain, you have far more control over when that moment happens. There was a time when people heard crypto and thought pure speculation, moon boys and meme coins, all hype and no strategy. But decentralized finance, or DeFi, has matured into a serious toolkit for tax-efficient portfolio management that even institutional players are quietly adopting. Experts like Anthony Pompliano and even traditional finance voices have noted that the flexibility of on-chain assets is unmatched when it comes to timing gains and losses with surgical precision. The irony is that the tool most dismissed as gambling is now being used by disciplined investors to outsmart a tax system designed for a world that no longer exists. History shows us that every major financial innovation, from index funds to ETFs, was first ignored, then mocked, then quietly adopted by the very people who mocked it. We're somewhere in the middle of that cycle right now with on-chain assets, which means the window of advantage is still open. One massive misconception is that moving assets on-chain is itself a taxable event. It's not. As long as you're moving your own assets and not converting between asset types. The fear of triggering taxes just by touching crypto keeps a lot of people on the sidelines unnecessarily, and that fear is costing them flexibility. Here's the step-by-step reality. You start by identifying which of your assets, stocks, cash, even real estate equity, can be represented or replaced on-chain through tokenized equivalents or stablecoins. Then you map out your current tax exposure, work with a crypto-savvy CPA, and execute moves during low-income years or after harvesting losses to offset gains. The practical lesson from the 1999 dot-com era applies here. It's not about being first. It's about being positioned before the crowd catches on and the arbitrage disappears. Moderate risk, disciplined sizing, and a clear exit strategy beat conviction-based bets every single time. On-chain also opens doors to yield strategies like lending stablecoins for 8 to 12% annually that simply don't exist in a savings account paying you 0.5%. The absurdity is that your bank is lending your money out at 10 times that rate and keeping the difference while you sit there grateful for a free toaster. Process matters more than prediction. Here, you don't need to know where Bitcoin is going to benefit from the tax flexibility and yield opportunities that on-chain infrastructure provides. What you need is a repeatable system. Assess, move, document, optimize, repeat. Philosophically, the investors who win over decades aren't the ones who called the top or bottom. They're the ones who built systems that worked regardless of market direction. Discipline, position sizing, and consistency are the only edges that compound without decay. If the market crashes tomorrow, your on-chain structure still gives you loss harvesting opportunities, yield options, and capital flexibility that a traditional brokerage account simply cannot match. Comfort with any outcome isn't naivety, it's what rational preparation actually looks like in practice. The real flex isn't having the hottest trade, it's having a structure so well built that you're calm when everyone else is panicking, because your downside is managed and your optionality is preserved. That's what moving assets on-chain, done right, actually buys you. Whether you're just starting to explore on-chain strategies or you're ready to restructure your entire portfolio, we can help you think through the financial and real-world asset side of this. Check out our links in the description below for real estate investing, home contracting work, and finding lenders to get started.